Fine.
100%.
And I know
Yes.
what you're going to say because they all say it. It's so much easier to pull out. Oh, it's so much safer. No, it's dumb. Welcome to another episode of Ratz, Random Ass Thoughts with Kate
and Thibaud,
where we unprofessionally discuss absolutely nothing of value to anyone.
These are unconvinced opinions of hypothetical topics and events that may or may not have passed through your mind.
And if you finish a whole episode and wonder, what the hell did I just listen to? Then we've done our job.
Welcome to Ratz.
Hello!
I just left it for you this time.
You didn't want to join in?
No, you're just so much better at it than I am. So I'm
I
just
feel
letting
like you won't get better if you don't try, It's like, this is motivational hour right here. You will not get better if you don't try. Like that's always how they have it on the YouTube.
I know, on the YouTube.
On the YouTube, that's how they have it.
Oh my goodness! Wow, yes. And I wish that on podcasts you had you could have adjoining pictures so people could see the shirt you're wearing.
For sure. Can see what?
The shirt you're wearing.
Oh, yes. Let's all go to therapy. Honestly, I fished this out of the laundry because I'm like, I was going to wear my other one, the easily distracted, but I wore it already. So I'm like, I'm going to wear this one.
Oh, well, then I'm glad nobody can smell you.
Yeah, it doesn't stink. It's been in there too long, and it's like...
Actually, I don't, because my laundry's like basketball laundry, so if it's been in there too long, it's almost dead. Like, you just need to throw it out.
It's forever. To be fair, so this was in my car for dirt. It was dirty in my... And dirty is like dirty, it's not really...
Right.
I wore it 2 days. I put it in my car. I was in my car for like 2 weeks. So I feel like the sun beating on the shirt just like washed it.
That is an interesting philosophy.
I feel like the sun does that. It takes the smell out of things.
Okay. All right. That's
so
one way to look at it.
But I love it. I feel like everyone should have this shirt. I actually am going to buy another one for my therapist. So she can wear it too.
Right, that would be way more ironic.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, I like it.
All right. Are we ready?
Let's do this.
Episode 13. Let's see what we got.
Let's go.
Spin. Number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4. And number 4 says... Oh, this one is fun.
Oh, boy.
I react this. Yes, this one's fun. What's the deal? What is the actual deal?
Okay.
With people who pull backwards into parking
Oh,
spaces?
yes. Okay.
This is the last conversation I ever have in my life, right before I die, it's this one. I will be very happy because I cannot stand, and I shouldn't say I cannot stand people because all of my friends have confessed to me that that's what they do.
I like how you say confess as though they feel guilty.
Well, I mean, I've made it very clear that I hate it. You know what I mean?
Right. So therefore,
yes,
it is a thing of guilt and shame.
You should feel guilty. You should feel ashamed. Honestly, you should feel very ashamed because it's dangerous. It's so dangerous.
Okay, hold on.
It's dangerous. It is dangerous.
What are you talking about?
It's
What are
dangerous.
you talking about? What are you talking about?
Pulling backwards into a parking spot?
How is that dangerous?
Okay, you know how many times I'm in the Trader Joe's parking lot, Publix parking lot, whatever, any type of parking lot, and it's busy, because people need to go get their groceries, and the parking lot is tight. You're like looking for a parking spot. I'm like, parking spot. Person in front of me pulls forward because you got to pull forward to pull backwards. It's so stupid. I can't. They pull forward. So I'm like, oh shit, they're not going to park there. It's mine. And then I hug behind them.
Oh my, okay. Yeah, no, that's not the problem at all. Right. That's definitely not the problem.
No, and then they back up.
Right.
And I'm like, wait a second, that is dangerous. Okay, that's dangerous. You're backing into me. You're bullying me in the parking lot.
Bull-
This is not I get so pissed.
you are layering so many things into this.
It's like
This
all
is insane.
This is like I'm not okay with this. Matu does it. I cannot stand it. Now that he's with me, like when we're together in his car and we pull into a parking lot, he will park normally. Because it's just
normally I like how objectively you come into this conversation. Like there is no debate. There is a right, there's a wrong, and I am basically here to explain why I'm wrong.
Yeah, 100%. So you back into parking spots?
100%.
And I know what you're gonna say because they all say it. It's so much easier to pull out. Oh, it's so much safer. No, it's dumb.
Okay. So you're
But
talking
go
about
ahead.
safe, but
Go ahead.
pulling out of a spot is safe to you? The number of times I almost got hit by a lady who's pulling out of a spot. Like you don't
Yeah, that's
like
on
you don't
You're not paying attention.
when
That
I'm
is on
walking
you.
down,
Yes.
hold on, when I'm walking down
That's
the
on you.
the parking lot to go
Yeah.
to my car, it's
Yeah.
on me that the lady pulls.
You know that people are. What is the one thing that people do in parking lots? They pull in and they pull out.
Park?
So yeah, park. And what
The
does
one
parking
thing they do is park.
Right. And parking requires going in, going out. So when you're walking
Right.
in a parking lot, you need to be careful. There you go. I get so. Oh my god, it is. And then the whole idea of like, oh, it's easier. You know what's also easy? Just
What?
pulling into a parking spot.
That's true.
That's the easiest thing.
So to me, this is very indicative of my personality, which is I rather do the hard part up front so that the easy part is on the back end. So that's one of the motivations for me is I like the easy part on the back end, and I also always like to be able to leave someplace quickly.
That's the thing that I hear all the time. Oh, I just get to leave quicker. It's safer. Actually, so
I wouldn't make the safer argument because either way you gotta
you
pull
gotta-
back into stuff. Well, hold on. Actually, pulling back into stationary cars versus pulling out into potential pedestrians could be an argument for it being safer. Yes.
Okay. Anyways, so hold on. We can come back to the same thing, but I had a girl tell me because I talk about this on Instagram all the time. Me on my platform.
Yes.
I talk about this all the time because I can't stand it. So she was like, well, she took a self-defense class, and in self-defense class, they actually recommended that you back into a parking spot because it is safer. And I'm like, look, listen, if anybody is trying to get me when I'm parked normally, I don't care what car I have to run over. I will run over any car, any person. Like I will scratch the shit out of whatever car is next to me. I don't care. That's
right. I think the idea here is that like pulling out requires you to then go forward unless you're an expert
and then
driver.
Hopefully that person is like on my right in front of me and I could just like plow into them. And it's like, oh, I need a quick getaway. Getaway from what? You're not robbing a bank. How much faster are you? How much faster are you leaving? It's not that much faster.
No, which I agree that there's not a lot of time. There's not a time advantage there, but I also I like being able to get out of a place quick. Like once I'm done with it, I want to get out of a place. The only place that I'll pull in straight up is my house.
Yeah. I mean, you know, and then when you're pulling out, it is nice to be able to just see everything.
Yes,
you know,
yeah,
that is,
it is.
I will give it that. And I will also, this is a confession.
Okay. Oh, wow. This is big. This is big.
I will
this is a big one. Okay.
That after being together with Matu for 10 years, when I have groceries in my trunk, I will back into my driveway if there's no one behind me.
Right.
And if my neighbors aren't parked on the street on the other side, because that it's like a tight space and I just...
I will say that there is a difference when like you're just by yourself, and then there's like a whole bunch of traffic behind you.
Hmm.
And it really depends on communication and what
Right.
people are used to. So like in France, everybody's used to parallel parking. So
Hmm.
you're used to going forward, and
Right.
as long as you have your blinker on, you know the person's going to go back into that spot. Like that's how
Hmm.
you parallel park. But yeah, in the US, in different cities, depending if you're not in a city where you parallel park, nobody's expecting you to go past a spot and then come back to it. So when there's a
Yeah,
lot of traffic, like, yeah,
it's
I can see that
dangerous.
being, I don't, well, yeah, I
And I
think,
have it's a personality type too. It's a
yeah,
personality
yeah,
type
it
of
is, it
people
is,
that
it
back
is.
into car. Like, and that's why I was so surprised when you said you do it, because it's like usually people that pull into parking spots
Hmm.
backwards
Hmm.
are always on time or early. They're like the same people that are like on time is late.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
right, right. No, yeah. No,
they
I get
usually
that. Yeah.
they usually wake up early. They usually don't snooze,
Right.
They're like they're type A, no.
I think I am.
Yeah, I know you
I just
are.
apply it differently.
Yeah, you do. You do.
I just apply it differently. So I'm like,
Oh,
I don't, yeah, no, I get that. No,
yeah.
for me, it is that in a sense though. It's like backing into Parking Space is like, I remember I was at a job that I wasn't a big fan of, but it was all right. But everybody always commented on the fact that I always backed into my spot. Like I was always ready to get the hell out of there. And I was just like,
Yeah.
it's like they knew it, and I was like, well, yeah, I am ready to get the
Yeah.
hell out of there. I mean,
It's
yeah,
like people
that's my
that
point.
park like that, yeah, they have things to do, places to be. And they also just like the idea of like I am better. There's an I am better than you component to parking like that, And
It's
it's like
okay.
what
I don't know if this is your own insecurity showing
it
here.
is.
I feel like this is kind of.
100%.
I don't know that I
100%.
ever felt like I'm better. Like I maybe if I parallel park like in a really tight spot really well, then I'm like, yeah, I'm killing the game right
No,
now.
no,
Like,
my
yes,
own.
that's
For sure. That's how I project onto whenever I see someone parked like that, I'm always like,
they're over here basically rubbing it in your face.
yeah,
Like,
I
I am
literally
so
want to
much
like
better
get
than
out
you.
of my car and be like, wow, you did it. Like you feel good about yourself? Did that feel good? Because you just messed up my time. It also it messes up time. Hold on, I'm getting like but
Hold
it
up,
takes
hold up, hold up. It doesn't mess up time
it
to
messes
have
up
some slow ass person back out of a spot while
but the
they're looking, and somehow even after they look and
yeah.
there's a car there, they still continue to pull out, and then they slam on the brakes. That doesn't slow up time. Come on.
But that's the normal way of
Nah,
parking. So
that's
it's
it. That's it. Yeah, that's
anticipated
the
when
expected one.
someone, yes, and then when someone takes their time because they don't know how to back up correctly, it's like, okay, it's fine. Look, listen, cut them some slack. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to take a while. But I'm not anticipating someone backing in. And I feel like
Right.
now you're letting me wait. Now I have to wait for you, you know? Like now I have to wait for you when I was already gone.
Gotcha. Okay. So I feel like I've seen signs that say no like backing in, like for
Yes.
parking. Have
Well,
you seen it?
I put actually that was the last conversation I had about people backing in because the city of St. Pete no longer allows people to back in
Oh,
for
right, you do
parking
that.
meters. Yeah, for parking meters. And I'm like, that's it. It has
Oh,
been
yeah, because
decided.
they have to check your
They should
yeah.
get fined. Get fined. No, you know what? At this point
Well,
now,
don't say no. Don't say
no,
no when
no,
you
no.
mean
I feel
it.
like at this point it is kind of like a fun thing. I mean, I'm not that pressed about it, but
But a little bit.
but I'm pressed. Okay, I am pressed. Just park normally. What do you learn in driving school? To park normally. Then park normally. Like what? Who decide? Like okay, so when did that start for you? To
What?
to back
Part
up.
backing up and
Because they don't teach that in driving school. That's not required to pass your driver's exam,
you do a 3-point turn, which is kind of a navigation.
which is
I
what?
mean,
Like
it's
what's 3-point turn? Parallel parking?
no. Oh boy. Did you did you
Do you have your driver's license?
Did you pass the test? Because I'm starting to.
What's a 3-point turn?
It's-
Look here. I got Sienna.
Oh my God. You got a Barbie car.
It actually was right here. Ela brought it in here. But look.
No, okay, Kate. Okay. It happened to be in there. It happened to be in there. Kate was ready with props. She was just like, okay, so you take the car and you back it in. Look at how easy.
No, I thought that was funny because I literally just saw it here. I was like, hold on, what's a 3-point? Like this? 2, 3? What's a 3-point turn?
No, okay, so a 3-point turn is when you're trying to like basically turn around. Right? So if you can't turn around fully.
So like 1, 2, 3?
I think
like a T shape. Should I hold it like this?
I think so. Now I'm doubting everything because every time I talk to you about like something that I'm like so confident about. No, it doesn't go up walls.
No, I know. I'm just trying to do it like a diaphragm.
Hold on, isn't it? No, a 3. Hold on. No. I'm saying I'm telling you, you could say a word that I am like I know by heart, and then you could just keep saying it, and every time you say it, I could lose all like ability to understand what it. So
it's like this: 1, 2, 3.
Yes, right? But the other direction. Yes, there we go. Thank you. Yes, that's it.
See, I knew that this came in handy. Yeah, I mean, I guess I.
So that does nothing for the people listening whatsoever.
Exactly. They're like, what did they just do? They just counted 1, 2, 3. Yes.
It's a 3-point turn. That's how you do it. You just sit in your car and you count to 3.
That thing fell on the floor. It's like, no. I tried to put it on the thing and it fell.
You try to park it backwards. That's what you did.
I did. Yeah, that's 3-point turn is you just wait 3 seconds and then you turn.
Just turn. Right. So, that's kind of like, navigating that back. That's kind of like pulling back into a parking spot.
Yeah, but it's not.
So
except for that it's not.
That's not the purpose you're taught it for, right? But like, when did I first? I mean, honestly, anywhere I don't like to be, or like I want to be out quick. But now it's just habit. What do you mean take some balls?
It's because like let's say I'm 16 again, and I pass my test, and I'm just learning how to drive, and then one day I'm just like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna back into this parking spot. I feel like that takes some confidence. Like, oh wow, you really think that you could do this at 16? You know what I mean? Like, I get it when
I'm really trying not to question your driving ability, but every time you say something, I'm like, what?
I've never been in. Look, I'm gonna go with that. I'm not gonna finish that. I'm not gonna finish that sentence because I don't want to jinx it. But I am a safe driver. On my driver's license, it says safe driver. According
to your driver's license, you're a safe driver. Okay, that's good.
Okay. And I mean, I'm a pretty safe driver.
Okay.
I know how to parallel park, and I am considerate of people in parking lots, and I just pull into a parking space.
Yeah. Okay. And then when you back out,
currently I have a backup camera, which is really nice. I didn't trust it for the longest time. And then before I had my Yaris, I mean, I was fine cranking my neck.
See, like, but I would much rather do that. I would much rather do that because that's how it was with the Civic. I would much rather do that going into parked cars than coming out into where potentially people are, especially like in college, there were people walking all the time. Like pulling out into that, like you had to go so slow to make sure nobody was walking by at the time that I'd come. Whereas like if I pulled into a parking spot, it didn't really matter. There was just parked cars there and it was easier to see for me. So then it was like on the way out, it makes it even quicker because I'll just pull out and go. And plus like class, once I was done with class, I want to get the hell out. Like I get that. I get that.
I get that. I'm not sold. But I get it. Like I said,
That's fair.
I back in now that I have if my car has groceries and I'm,
Right.
you know, because it's easier to just like take it out of the trunk and bring it straight inside.
But to that point though, I default back in, but I actually now I have to do the opposite. I have to think like, oh, if I'm going to go get groceries or something, I'm going to
Yeah, that's
pull
true.
in because if I back in, it's going to be annoying to get the groceries in. So then I pull in straight.
There's another thing. No one building parking lots considers people who are backing in. That just shows like it's not a normal thing to do.
What do you mean? How so?
Because otherwise they would keep enough space for you to be able to open up your trunk. And every parking lot would have some sort of walkway between,
Oh,
you know what I
okay.
mean?
Yeah, no, I can see
They
that.
don't design for that because
Right. They did.
yeah,
Yeah, no, I mean, I do think that that's like the intended point is to pull in and then back out.
right.
But, there's some contrarians in this world, some people that just don't live by the rules and
Yeah. And if you were
and
to
and
ever
and if
if you ever yeah, no, I just that's all I'm gonna say. I think it's dangerous. I think it's selfish. I think it's
so oh ouch.
I think it's egotistical.
Wow.
It's all of those things.
Layer it on.
And yet all of my friends, most of them, probably 70% of them, back into parking spots. So that just tells you the type of company I keep. Right?
I was about to say, what does that say about you?
Right, literally. Yeah.
You like egotistical, selfish, and dangerous people.
That's all. Those are all my friends.
That's the type of life you live.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Okay.
These are all my opinions that are based on nothing. Okay. Like
Well, yeah, of course.
Look.
This is Ratz. This is what we're supposed to be doing here. But yeah.
Oh.
So we've established that pulling into a parking spot to maintain our sanity and friendship, that pulling into a parking spot is the default
Yes.
route to
And
go.
that anything else is a waste of people's time.
Yeah, that's a bit far. I don't know how much our friendship is worth it.
No, I know.
That's
Look,
maybe just
but look what it says about me as a person, though. Like,
What?
I have these very passionate feelings about people who park that way.
Right.
Yet, if I'm ever in a car with someone who were to do that, like, it doesn't take away my, like, appreciation and love for that person. Like, 10 years we've been together. It doesn't bother me.
I love that you talk about a relationship hurdle being backing into a parking spot.
Yes. I mean, when I'm sitting next to him and he's backing into a parking spot, I'm like, sorry guys, sorry. I'm not with this guy.
Wow. Okay. Well, you know what? Would you rather? And I'll go first.
Would you rather? Yes.
Because I have one now. Would you rather have to back into every spot that you ever park in,
God.
or drive a moped everywhere you go?
Drive a moped everywhere I go.
Oh. What is this, just like a Suriname thing? You're just like, oh, that's like, the way you said it was just like, what do you mean? This is something that I would rather do. Nothing is wrong with moped until you're trying to get groceries.
Then you're just like, you put it on either side of your... Have you ever ridden your bike having to do that with bags?
Yeah.
That's danger. You want to talk about danger?
Right.
Not only do you look stupid, like, I don't think that you don't look good.
Well, you can have one of those bikes with the little basket up front.
Right. But if you're doing groceries, you probably buy more than what can fit in that basket. But anyways, moped. Let's not go too
right. Moped.
Moped.
I like you say not go too.
And I was already like 10 steps further.
Yeah.
I think I would absolutely do moped because
okay.
I like the perspective of a moped.
Okay.
It just makes you feel like, you're part of the community when you're on.
So basically that makes you feel like you're a better person.
No, it just makes me feel good. It just makes you feel like you see things more.
Okay.
I feel like when you're in a car, you don't really pay attention to
Yeah. No, I get that.
On a moped, you're like,
Yeah, well, you
Um,
have time.
being part of the yeah, that's it. And being part of the community also means that you could easily get robbed at a stoplight. You could get attacked. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, that's the dark side of moped, I guess. But yeah,
If
okay.
it rains, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of downsides to
Yeah.
only being able to ride. 'Cause, like if it's part of your repertoire, that's one thing. But if you can only do it, then you know.
But if I had to choose between that and backing into parking spots, especially after the tidbit I just gave, you know what I mean?
Like now you
Now
literally
I
can't
can't.
back out of
Yeah.
that. Right.
Now
Yeah.
I gotta be like, look, listen, I'll take the moped. Give me the moped. Give me the moped. We're good. We're good on the moped.
Okay, that's fair. All right. The moped
Yeah.
it is. And
Moped.
obviously you know that I'll just back in the spots.
Yes, you'll be like, what? That's the most efficient thing to do. Um, didn't you have another would you rather? Someone said you should do this would you rather, and you didn't want to share with me what it was. It was like a screenshot.
Oh, I did, and I don't remember what it is.
We'll leave that for next week.
Yeah, we'll leave it in for next week. I'll have to go look it up.
Okay.
Aaron tried to pull another dirty one in my suggestion box when I put it on story. She because I had a stomach bug this past
Oh
few
yeah,
days.
yeah.
So she was like, would you rather throw up for an hour or have diarrhea for like a day or something like that?" And I was just like, that one's a bit reminiscent of the past ones we've had, but
Yeah. We're always talking about pooping and diarrheaing.
I know. After this week though, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
I'm like,
rough,
are we just manifesting things in this podcast?
right?
Like everything that we talk about just happens, you know?
Oh my goodness. Well,
Um,
we did talk about the tour, so let's do this, you know?
Let's do what?
The tour. What do you mean? Let's make that happen.
No, I know, but I thought it was related to like what you wanna throw up or you wanna poop. What do you wanna do?
No, I wasn't talking about that. I was going on the tour. Okay,
I was
your
like,
turn.
Is
Your
that
turn.
part of the tour? That's what we're writing that in there? We're doing it?
I don't think that would be a good tour.
No, I
I
don't
would-
think so. I draw the line.
Oh, you draw. Okay. I'm
Okay.
glad to know you draw the line there. Okay, go ahead. Yours.
Okay, this one is full circle.
Okay.
Would you rather walk to work in heels or
Well.
drive to work in reverse? You're like, work is home, so we good with either one. We can do either one.
Right, I was about to say that's one. But assuming I worked at some place.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Oh wow.
Drive to work
Also,
in reverse.
also assuming that I'm not gonna get arrested for driving in reverse every single time. How far is work? How far do I need to walk in these heels?
Well,
'Cause-
okay, let's be fair and say if you're driving in reverse, it has to be a little bit of a distance. But if you
Okay.
are walking in these heels, let's say like it's a block away.
Oh man. Oh. I'll probably go for the heels. I know like Nike had this collaboration with some other company for heels or something where they made them really comfortable. But you gotta have some custom heels for size 14 shoes.
I mean, they have them; they exist.
I'm sure they do,
Usually,
but
they have
you
like
know,
a giant platform.
do they have fish in them? Because I would rock those.
Look, listen. I'm just like envisioning this. Either can you do that? Can you find a pair of heels?
I'm not. No. You just want me to walk in heels now.
Order them on Amazon. I don't care. $30 doesn't matter. And just walk in them in a full suit, like you are actually going to a job
Okay.
with the briefcase.
Okay. If so here we go. Here, I don't even know that you'll remember this, so I'm banking on that too. But if we hit 10,000 downloads total,
Okay, I will never
I
forget.
I I
You're
kind of
doing it.
believe that, honestly. Yeah, I will walk 1 block in heels.
Okay. Got
Oh,
it. Done. That's the second vision.
that's the next target, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say if we go on tour, you'll come out in heels. That could also work for me.
Oh, no, thank you. I walk a block here, like I can plan
Okay.
a, time of day when most people are out.
Yeah, and then watch. That's the day where like all your neighbors
Oh
are
yeah,
like
for
out.
sure. Oh, for sure, for
What's
sure.
going
Yeah.
on? First you walk down the block with the llama, now you're walking down the block with
Yeah. Yeah.
heels?
So don't share the podcast.
No.
Don't tell anybody
No,
about it.
literally now, tomorrow we need to be at 10,000 next week. How can we make this happen?
Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Yeah. So
I
what
can't
about you? I mean,
I
you're
can't
that
wait.
this is another one that's like easy on your end, and like mine was easy on my end.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
You don't
Especially
like backing into
yeah,
parking spots. You're not going to
very.
reverse all the way to work.
I have nightmares about that, honestly, where I'm driving in reverse and it's like I am sitting normally in my car and my foot is on the gas pedal and the gas pedal can't go. And I don't need anybody to analyze this dream. Okay? Like we don't need to say, okay, that means XYZ in your actual life. But I'm sitting in the car, I'm putting my foot on the gas pedal, it won't stop, and my car is going forward backwards. Does that make sense? No, because
No.
it's a dream.
That makes zero
You know how
sense.
dreams go? Like when you're like,
Right.
I'm going
Yeah.
forward and I can see I'm going forward, but I'm actually going backwards.
That is intense.
And so I know that feeling and that sensation. So I would 100% walk to work in heels. And like, let's say for me, it would be further.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, still, like,
Okay, what's the equivalent of heels
that's
for?
like there is none. That's the thing. It's just like walking to work.
Okay, walking to work with weights on my back.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's just a
Right?
good workout to me.
No, but still, it could be bad.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it could be, or
But I
barefoot.
would still do that. Like pile on as many pounds as you need and put on the heels. I think I would do that because I would not trust myself reversing all the way to work. You have to have some skill to do that.
Oh yeah, no, it is hard. I tried to reverse. I had a like a hitch, like a I forgot
Trailer.
what trailer. Yeah, exactly. Attached and tried reversing with that. It is so hard.
Yeah, because it
It is
gets
super hard.
stuck. Because it's
Yeah,
like you go backwards and you turn and then
and
it
it starts
turns
to
like
turn. Yeah,
the
exactly.
different
Yeah.
direction. Yeah. I always am so surprised how people just have the ability to drive cars. We just get to go in this machine and heavy machinery. That's what it is. When they say like don't operate heavy machinery, driving is one of them.
I mean, I feel like driving is easier than riding horses.
Yeah, but I also feel like there's a lot of yeah, I mean there's skill involved in riding a horse too. But
Yeah,
I also
I
feel like
mean,
horses naturally will veer away from danger. You know what I mean? Like I think if they anticipate that they're about to like walk like go straight into a wall,
yes, but
even if you're in
they veered themselves away from danger. I remember
yeah,
I
that's true.
rode
They
I
don't, they don't
rode
give a shit about you.
right. I rode horse at night. We were riding horses at night in the woods, and it was a
Mm.
terrifying thing because my legs stick out from the horse. This horse knows its body, but not
Yeah,
mine.
yeah, yeah,
And like branches and stuff, and it's hard to see. You just had the moonlight. It was kind of
yeah,
creepy, but it was fun. But yeah, I mean, it's yeah.
yeah.
I feel like there's definitely
I
some
mean,
skill involved.
when your legs stick out, like you're not Charlie Chaplin, like how are your feet on this horse? You're supposed to keep them as close to your
Yes,
body.
I know, but if it scrapes up right up against the
Yeah,
tree,
that's
my
true.
leg's sticking out. Like it doesn't matter. I
Yeah,
don't have to have my legs way
yeah.
swinging out. Like
You're
Kate's
like,
over here thinking I'm like, whoop. No,
yeah,
this isn't somebody riding a bike and just like springing the legs out.
yeah,
No. I mean, it doesn't take much because the horse can get really close to the tree and it's like,
yeah. Especially
well,
if
I
it's
missed it.
narrow. Yeah,
Right,
yeah, that's for
exactly.
sure.
Well, I missed it, but then my leg didn't. So, yeah.
You're like, oh, the horse is like, what's up? What's What's going on?
Well, I
You're
just got lighter.
Yeah. Doesn't even flinch.
I know. So yeah, anyway, that's that. So this current event, you got to explain this to me. I have no clue
Okay.
what the heck this is. I looked it up and I still really didn't really know what the hell was going on.
So when I send that current event to you, I was like, oh, okay, if we're actually going to discuss this, then I also need to come with the disclaimer of saying the internet is a funny place. You know, like the internet
So is this podcast. So
is a funny place. As I was going through this current event last night, I kept like I didn't have my headphones in, you know, so I'm scrolling through like TikTok and Instagram, and you hear people talk, and Matu was sitting next to me, and I had to like, I was ashamed. So I had to tell him, like, I'm just listening to this drama. And he's like, what drama? I'm like, Hailey Bieber is getting canceled. So that's our current event. Hailey Bieber getting canceled because of drama between her and Selena Gomez.
Right. I also love when you're like, oh, because of this drama, you roll your eyes, but you're 100% into it. Like, you're 100% into it.
I was like, what's happening here?
You're like, oh, this ridiculous drama, but I am so here for it.
But so much of it too is just like, what are we doing? You know, like how much of it is just people reaching for a story that might not really even be there?
Okay. So fill in from the beginning.
Okay.
Like I said, I looked it up. I got so much stuff, and it was just like her saying happy birthday to her husband, and I was like, okay.
This is ongoing for a while. So Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber were together forever, right? And they were kind of like Vanessa Hudgens and Zac Efron, that couple that everyone was like rooting for, Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston, like, you know. So when Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber officially broke up, he got married to Hailey Baldwin.
Right.
Not long after. I don't know the full timeline, but it was like very quick.
Okay.
And then, all the Selena fans were like, we don't like Hailey, Justin and Selena forever, all that stuff, right? So Hailey
I like how our fans are putting her together with somebody like they don't want to be together anymore, and you're like, nope, it's not happening. This is who's together.
Hailey was a big Justin Bieber fan way before Justin Bieber was with Selena Gomez. So Hailey Bieber, Hailey Baldwin, her dad, Yeah. So the story now is that it's layered. Okay. I don't even know where to start. Is that the Baldwins created this arranged marriage for Hailey with Justin so that she could be relevant, right? So she could be popular and famous, more famous than she was before. And that's one side of the story.
Wow. Okay.
The other side of the story is that she's constantly digging at Selena Gomez, saying things like she won, she's the one that won, and all that stuff. And Selena Gomez is just like, I'm just over here kind of living my life. So now
you kind of sounded like her just now, actually.
Like who?
Like Selena Gomez, where you just said that.
I'm just over here living my life. I know.
You're like,
her,
I'm just here.
Selena. Like, so now Hailey Bieber is being canceled because she is being portrayed as this mean girl, like Hollywood mean girl, because she keeps making these jabs at Selena Gomez and then saying like, oh, it's a coincidence. Like, oh, it's just like bad timing. I didn't even realize that she posted this and then after I posted that, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's all this like, well, why would you do these things coincidentally when you know that people are kind of like watching you? So it's almost like she's stoking this fire.
Okay.
And the last thing that happened was Selena like, look, listen, how stupid is this? Okay, like, it has nothing to do. Who cares? Who cares? Okay, I care.
I was about to say, just own it, and keep it going.
When I have these conversations with Matu, he's literally like, Kate, I could care less. And then I'm like, just listen. He's like, who the hell even is? Who are these people? Okay, but Selena Gomez, this is gonna get even dumber.
Oh
Selena
boy.
Gomez got her eyebrows laminated. I'm talking like I know her. She called me yesterday and she showed me her laminated eyebrows.
Right.
And
Okay.
these eyebrows were too laminated. And she even said it. She's like, this is not what they were supposed to be look like. It was an accident. They were too laminated to where you
Okay.
could see like the gaps in between like the eyebrows,
Okay.
eyebrow
Right.
hairs. And so then I think like 2 days after, Kylie Jenner posted on her story a FaceTime with her and what was allegedly Hailey Bieber with a close-up of their eyebrows saying, is this an accident? This is an accident. And so people were like, why are you being mean to Selena Gomez? She's over there with an autoimmune disease, right?
Right.
Like a kidney friggin' transplant, can't catch a break. Um, and so now Hailey Bieber is being canceled. Kylie Jenner, I think, is also being. They've been trying to cancel Kylie forever. Kylie can't get canceled. Kylie's just over here like, I'll just sell another lip kit, you know?
Right. Yeah. Wow, that is a lot. That is a lot. It's
So Selena Gomez now has like 325 million followers because everyone is like getting to follow Selena and unfollow Hailey Bieber. And so I think
wow.
Hailey went from 51 million to like 50 million. So she's losing
Ooh.
followers.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Ooh. Literally, like I said, it sounds so dumb. But it's a current event.
Okay. No, it
It's
certainly is.
trending on TikTok.
Yeah, no, I think it's hilarious. I just so first let me get to the place where I could actually care about these
Right,
people.
right.
And
Pretend
then
like you
pretend,
care.
right? And then, well, so Selena Gomez, so I didn't really, she always, like I never really got into her also because her music wasn't my thing, obviously,
Mm.
but then it was that she looked really young, like
Mm-hmm.
really
Always,
young.
she always had like that baby
Right.
face.
And it was kind of disturbing to me.
Yeah.
So I was just like, that was whatever. So, but then there's also the fact that like she just it was my realm. But she did Only Murders in the Building, and I thought that is a really weird Have you watched that?
No.
Are you serious?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I would suggest you watch Only Murders in the Building. It's on Netflix. They have 2 seasons of it. It's an
Okay.
amazingly great show. It's
Is it?
her, yeah,
Okay.
it's her with Martin Short and Steve Martin.
Hmm.
A very weird trio, honestly. But they work really well together.
Okay.
And it's just it's an interesting concept, interesting execution. They're good in it. It's a very good show.
Okay.
So that put her on my radar as an
Okay.
interesting person. So that's really the only connection that I have to all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Bieber, I'm always like, okay, he's been doing his thing. He's been doing his thing for a while. I can respect that. He did it. He was another one that transitioned into different realms really well. Great. Hailey,
Who is she? Yeah.
yeah, I don't know why. Like, I know your dad and your uncle,
Yeah.
but I don't really know anything about you. So yeah, I was just like, okay. So I didn't even I vaguely remembered that they were together. I think they did like some kind of
Oops.
uh, I think they did some kind of weird like photo shoot or something like Calvin Klein looking photo shoot together. That kind of stands out.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much all I know of them. So I'm like, well, I mean, if I got to side with anybody, it's probably gonna be Selena because she's the only one that I
Yeah.
know
Yeah, for
about.
sure.
I
I
mean,
mean, I don't even think like side versus side. I just as I
no,
was
you got to side. This is
okay,
America.
okay, side team
You got to pick team something.
team Selena Gomez all day every day.
All right, then there you go. Then that's not
Right.
even a question.
But I also feel like how much of this is just people reading into something that truly isn't there. You know what I mean?
I
And
mean,
now,
probably a lot of it. Like, what's Haley's incentive for going at?
well, so okay, so then people are saying it's not even about Justin Bieber. They think that Hailey is obsessed with Selena because since 2017, she's just been like copying certain like outfits of hers. She has the same tattoo that Selena has, like right by her ear. Like all of these really weird, creepy things that you're like, that's kind of strange that she would do that. Like there was a video of Selena saying like, I've been really struggling because I wish that people could just see my heart. And like in an interview after that one, Hailey said the same exact sentence. And people are like, what? Why would you, So now there's this whole thought process out there that she's just like copying everything that Selena is doing and being mean about it in the process.
Oh, that's interesting. Maybe that's just because Justin likes Selena. She's trying to get him to stay with her or something. I don't know.
I don't know. All I know is, when you go down those rabbit holes and you hear the robot voice, you've gone too far. And and every single video I was watching on TikTok and Instagram had the robot voice. I'm like, oh, I'm deep underground right now. I'm in another realm of celebrity gossip.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, like some guy in India just put together a video and overlaid it with a whole bunch of things. And he's over there like, what the heck am I doing this for? Somebody hired me to do this video. This is crap.
And I'm literally, when you're like watching a video and you're like, what even am I like what am I even watching? You're like trying to read the description. So you're like, I don't even know what I'm watching. You read the description, you're like, what am I reading? You go in the comments, you're like, what is everyone saying?
I don't go to that part of the internet.
That's where you turn off your phone. It's done. It's over.
Yeah.
You've gone too far.
Yeah, I don't really reach that point in the internet very often. I like legit. You sent me that, and I looked up Hailey Bieber, Selena Gomez. Right? I just looked that up, and I saw so many stories, and they were all like gossip stories or whatever. And I was just like, I'm gonna read the headlines, try to get as much as I can there, and then I'm done.
It's just a layered story. It's a layered story. And I think also it's layered, but then there's also all of these like things that people are sticking on to both of them, right? It's like what is it? A tale as old as time, where you pin like two celebrity women together and you make one out to be the villain and then the other one is like the victim and blah blah. So like with Hailey Bieber, like she also wore the Nepo baby shirt. Have you heard that one?
So I've heard about Nepo babies. Yeah. But that's
and so
all.
When that was a conversation, she wore a shirt that said Nepo baby. And people are like saying, this is
so you're just trying to rub it in people's faces then. Yeah.
That's how dense she is. And she's like, why are we not holding her accountable for being just like a snob, know?
Right.
And being not nice about it. Like that's the thing.
Well, especially because because Selena Gomez doesn't come from that. So
right. She's like openly a mean girl, and everyone's like, why are we all following her? Why are we supporting her? Like we need to, and that's why people want to cancel her, is because she's blatantly being a mean girl.
Yeah. And if I wasn't allergic to the term canceling, I would probably agree with it.
Well, no longer supporting her then, let's say.
Right.
Because also what is she
I get it.
for?
I get it.
She's not even famous for anything.
That's the thing. Like,
She's just like, she's a Nepo baby who is just there, and if you were kind about it, then like let's support you. Sure.
Paris Hilton, really, because I mean, she was the same. She was kind of the same thing. She ended up doing stuff though, beyond, but like.
But Paris Hilton also lived in a time where acting that way was normal, was almost expected, right? Like you had the Von Dutch trucker hats, like that's classic douche. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no, I do.
That was normal. We lived in a time where you could do those things and you could be a jackass and it was totally okay and comedic, and we don't live in that culture anymore. So for her to
Well, I
like,
mean, she still has 50 million followers, so I don't know if we don't
let's
live
see
in that
what
culture
what does she
anymore.
have today?
Oh
Because
yeah, you gotta
that
check.
was last night.
Do
Look,
we
listen, a lot has happened.
do we have a like a ticker or some kind of live tracker that a
Right?
website?
Let's get
Haley
into
Haley Bieber is dead or something like that, type
hold
of
on.
tracker.
Hailey Bieber.
Was she go back up already?
Hold on. She's at 49.7.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah. So she was
Man.
she started at 51 point something. And now
That's really
Selena Gomez,
I wonder because like is she doing anything? Is she selling any products? Like what is she doing? Like what's the point of this? Is it just to be famous?
I think she's a model. I have no idea. And Selena Gomez is at 392 million followers. 392 million.
392?
Yeah, 392 million.
Selena Gomez,
Selena Gomez. Yeah, I know.
392 million.
Crazy, right?
On
And then
on Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram, yeah. Instagram.
392?
392. And then Kylie Jenner,
Holy.
is at
Yeah, Kylie.
379. Yeah.
Yeah, Kylie Jenner I knew, but I didn't know Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
Wow, well good for her. Wow.
So, I
Well,
have a
yeah.
special place in my heart for Selena Gomez because I think that she's a Cancer, and we all know, instantly I feel connected to her because I feel like we share a soul.
Right.
And then she
Wonderful.
was like, I loved her in the Wizards of Waverly Place in Disney. Like she was my favorite Disney star.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
So I just love her. I think that she is she strikes me as a genuinely nice, wholesome person. Like she just wants to do good in the world,
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, so I'm definitely team Selena, but I'll keep digging.
Yeah. Keep getting to the bottom of this.
Keep getting to the
Well,
bottom. Like, let's cancel Hailey. Well, what does she do? Unless she comes out with some sort of something, I don't care. You know what I mean?
seriously, like you gotta put something out into the world
She's
of some use.
she's just Justin Bieber's wife. Like that's what everyone knows her as. Is like Justin
Yeah.
Bieber's wife, and he's not even nice to her. If you look up Justin Bieber Hailey Bieber relationship, you'll see like all these videos where he like slams the door in her face. He just like he yells at her. He's like not nice to her.
This sounds like a very functional situation,
Mm-hmm.
relationship,
Mm-hmm.
process. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. Wow, that's
That was it. I feel like this was a very wound up episode.
I mean, I feel like, yeah, no, we really hit some emotional triggers here. We gotta, and I feel like you wore that shirt almost in anticipation of hitting these emotional triggers.
Like, I need to go to therapy.
Let's go to therapy. This is gonna be it right here.
Yeah,
Let me
that's
tell
it.
you about
Yeah.
backing up and Selena
Yep.
Gomez.
Yep.
All right.
I think my therapist does love me.
And I've just been at the birth of a new delusion.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like I think my therapist is in love
she-
with me.
No, I
No,
didn't say she's in love. Wait,
Oh, I know.
that's two completely different. I don't want her to be in love with me.
I'm
think she
joking. I'm
loves me.
joking.
Yeah.
I'm sure she does. Yes.
Oops. I can't.
Everybody ends up. I got a message today from somebody who was just like, it's like, oh, Kate Sosa hilarious. I understand how Aaron's her best friend and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's everybody just kind of.
Are you making that up right now?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
no, I'm not making it. You're
I'm
like, oh my god, oh my god.
like, no, that one, oh my God, but also like, so if I never said that my therapist loved me, you wouldn't have sent me this, you wouldn't have told me this?
Maybe, I don't know. It just-
I was like, what?
how could you not tell me
Yeah,
this?
seriously. I'm like, if I never wore this shirt and you never made that comment, and then I never said my therapist loves me, you would have never told me.
But let's be honest, all of that was bound to happen.
Yes,
So,
100%. Yep, that's true.
right. So, I mean, there was no way for me not to tell you.
that's yep, and you did. So there
There
you
you go. Exactly.
Uh,
So there we go. So now I've got to go.
yeah.
You got to go get your kid. I've got to go get mine and go follow Selena Gomez apparently
Yes.
on Instagram. So I'm not the one of 50,000 people left on the earth who don't.
Listen, at this point, it's like Team Selena or no, or
Right.
bust.
Yeah.
Team Selena or bust.
Well, then, I
Okay?
guess I'll have to join it and watch that show, especially if you
Yeah,
like her. I
I
mean,
will.
like
I
go
will.
watch that show. It's really, really interesting. It's
I
really
will.
show.
When you follow her, read all the comments because there's all like, my wife told me to follow you, so I'm following. Hashtag Team Selena. Like,
Oh
there's
my
a whole bunch
goodness.
of like, a whole bunch of guys that are following her being like, I have no idea why I'm following you. So actually now I'm going to go tell Matu to follow her too.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if Aaron already follows her. We'll see.
Yeah. So Aaron's going to be like, I was told to follow you.
My best friend Kate said follow you, so here I am. And Selena's gonna be like, great, welcome.
Yeah. She's gonna address all of us. No, I like her. She's nice. She has a documentary too. It's a little bit like sad. Like a little the vibes in the documentary is depressing, but it was good.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good.
Yeah. All right.
Then.
Well, episode 13 is in the books.
In the books. We'll see you next week for
We'll
episode
see you
14.
next week. Bye.
Bye.
That's it for this podcast episode.
Thank you so much for listening to our random ass thoughts.
To keep the conversation going, join us on social.
And if you have a friend that needs a chill pill or a laugh,
Send them this podcast too. See you next week.